The secret of Tirumagaral Magaralishwarar temple. The afternoon sun cast long amber shadows across the stone corridors of the Thirumagaral temple. Ramya ran her hand over the cool ancient carvings, feeling the pulse of history beneath her fingertips. Beside her, Arun was busy adjusting his camera lens, trying to capture the intricate geometry of the pillars. They had come to explore the architecture, but the air felt heavy with a significance they couldn't quite name. "You seek the secret of the bones, don't you?" A raspy voice echoed through the hall. They turned to see an old man sitting cross-legged near a shrine. His skin was like weathered parchment, and his eyes held a startling clarity. This was Somu, a man who had spent his life guarding the stories of this sacred ground. Arun lowered his camera, intrigued by the old man's knowing smile. "Long ago," Somu began, his voice dropping to a rhythmic chant, "even the heavens were not free from frailty. The Devatas, the celestial beings who command the elements, found their divine bodies failing them. Their joints grew stiff like rusted hinges, and their bones became as fragile as dried reeds. Even Vayu, the god of wind, found his stride faltering with a deep aching pain in his limbs. The Devatas descended to earth, seeking the one who could mend what was broken from within. They performed a great penance, calling upon Lord Shiva. In the heart of the forest that once stood here, the great healer appeared before them. He manifested not as a warrior, but as Magaralishwar, the lord who aligns the frame and restores the structural essence of all living things." Somu leaned forward, his voice a whisper. "But the Lord has many faces. To test the devotion of the land, he took the form of a Magaram, a golden monitor lizard. He darted through the undergrowth, a flash of metallic scales moving with a grace that defied the stiffness of the world. He vanished into a crevice within a large anthill, hiding his divine light within the earth." Years later, a local king was hunting in these very woods. He spotted the magnificent golden lizard and was captivated by its luster. Thinking it a rare treasure, he pursued it with his soldiers. The lizard was quick, weaving through the roots of ancient trees until it sought refuge back in its hidden mound. The king, determined to capture the creature, raised his heavy weapon to strike the earth. The king's strike was true, but instead of the sound of stone or earth, a sickening thud echoed through the clearing. To his horror, bright crimson blood began to pour from the mound, staining the golden soil. The king fell to his knees, his heart filled with a sudden crushing realization that he had committed a terrible sacrilege. The air around him began to hum with a divine resonance. From the wounded earth, a voice boomed, steady and calm. "Do not fear, for the wound to the body is but a gateway to the soul's healing." The mound crumbled away to reveal a Shivalingam unlike any other. It was slender and tapering at the top, perfectly mimicking the elegant curve of the monitor lizard's tail. Lord Shiva stood behind the stone, his hand resting on the king's head in a gesture of profound forgiveness. Somu looked at Ramya and pointed toward the inner sanctum. "That is why the lingam here is shaped as it is. It represents the tail of the lizard, the Magaram. But more than that, it represents the spine, the central pillar of our existence. Those who suffer from ailments of the bone come here to pray, for Shiva remains the ultimate divine doctor who mends the very foundation of our physical forms." Ramya and Arun stood before the tapering lingam, the golden light of the lamps reflecting in their eyes. They no longer saw just a piece of stone or an old legend. They saw a symbol of resilience and the miraculous way the universe cares for every bone and joint. As they left, Arun didn't take a photo. Some things he realized were better captured by the heart than by a lens.